These sand dunes are located in a remote area of northern Canada. This is the story of our trip to go explore them. The Athabasca Sand Dunes are located on the south shore of Athabasca Lake, which straddles Saskatchewan and Alberta. We actually started our trip in the Northwest Territories in a town called Fort Smith. A short drive takes us to a boat launch on the Slave River. From there we motored upriver along the Slave, Peace rivers, and turning into the Catchafouche River.
Links. Link.
We motored until dark, around 11:30 at night, and pulled into the weeds along the side of the Catchafouche River. The next morning we got up and carried on and stopped for Chipewyan for an hour or two for fuel, and then carried on out into Lake Athabasca. We ended up struggling with some wind and heavy waves that day, so we ended up taking shelter along the lee side of some islands.
Doesn't look like it here, but it was pretty rough out there, so I had to flee to shore, and we were in a sheltered bay. So, Lake 2 of Lake Athabasca. We're on an island just east of Burntwood Island. Got pretty rough today out there, so we had to kind of hole up for a while. So we're going to wait until tomorrow morning and try and leave early.
So day 3 had us anchors up at 5 a.m. trying to make a run for the Williams River. I think we were really lucky with high water on both Athabasca and the Williams River this year. I don't think you can normally get a boat right up in there.
Alright, it is 5:37 a.m. on our way to Williams River. Not quickly, but it's manageable. Stuff to watch out for. Alright, so it's 20 after 11. So that took us, what, 6.5 hours? Sorry? Yeah.
4 miles up to the dunes, to the river.
We are up the William River. Got a nice soft bank here to anchor onto, out of the wind. Just side tide, easy to step off right there. I'll get the Zodiac, and it's about 4 miles upriver to get into the dunes.
So the dunes are actually about 12 kilometers up the Williams River from where we were anchored. The river is really shallow, lots of braids. Obviously more water now than in this satellite image, but we ended up dragging the boat quite a bit.
Working our way up the William River. One portage so far. So it's not all fun and games. This is portage 6. I'm getting low on battery, so I'm going to save for the dune. unfortunate that we can't fly the drone, but this adds to the experience.
It's quite windy up on top of the dunes. Thankfully, the winds died down after an hour or two, and we were able to get some drone flights done. There are about 10 plant species that are unique to the Athabasca Sand Dunes. You can tell some of them are really struggling to make an existence in the sand.
go straight into quicksand. Ooh, cold all of a sudden.
My shoes are packed. Beaver.
What's that?
Beaver right there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
A little faster going this way.
So after a quick morning visit from this caribou and her calf in the morning, we got the boat untied, managed to sneak back down through the mouth of the William River and into Lake Athabasca. That bar there is very shallow. We're only in a foot or two of water as we sneak the boat back out. Then we had a big water crossing back to the north shore of Lake Athabasca up near Camsell Portage. We had a crossing of about 68 kilometers across. So a fairly long ride with some fairly exposed areas, but the weather was good for us and we got there.
So there's sort of see a little bit of land up there, barely make out a ridge over there in the distance, nothing there. No land. Barely see a bit of land out there where the dunes are. There's a ridge out there. And nothing that way. There you can see kind of the point we're aiming for. Back inside the land.
Day 5 was another long one. We covered about 160 kilometers heading back towards Fort Chip. We hit some fairly thick fire smoke partway through, but back to Fort Chip, refueled again, and then headed back up the Catfouche and found a dock to tie off to for the night. Day 6 was our longest day in terms of kilometers covered. It was 170 kilometers back to the boat launch near Fort Fitz. So again, along the Catfouche, Slave River, Peace River area. A few rapids to navigate, but they're not too bad as long as you're careful and use some satellite imagery and existing track logs.
Slightly left.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, get out on the other end of that wave train.
Bit of a water down here.
Thought?
We go a little bit more left.
So all in all, it was a pretty great trip. We did about 6 days, 750 kilometers. We used about 336 liters of fuel. Average speed was about 14 to 15 kilometers an hour. Changed a little bit if we were going upriver or downriver, of course. We had about 50 hours of motoring overall. Fantastic trip. Next trip is probably going to be East Arm of Great Slave Lake.